Hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Today. As I was telling you, big day. There's a lot of events happening and India are now guaranteed yet another medal, this time in the sport of table tennis, thanks in no small part to the man, the myth, the legend himself known as Sharath Kamal. Now of course, as I had mentioned to you before, Sharath Kamal has been on something of a roll during these Commonwealth Games. He's been playing a lot of matches and the man, it is worth noting, is 40 years old yet he hasn't looked out of sync, he hasn't looked out of touch. Most importantly, his skills remain as sharp as ever with that paddle in his hand, and he has now guaranteed himself a medal, himself and India, I may add, another medal, this time by reaching the final of the men's singles men's singles event in table tennis. He's reached the final, he's won the semi-final, and it's a pretty big scalp in the semi-final as well, because he beat local lad Paul Drinkhall. Of course, Paul Drinkhall, for those of you who don't know, is an English table tennis player, absolute veteran of the game, and perhaps most importantly, is someone who's won a bronze medal in, he's won a bronze medal in the World Championships of table tennis. He has won two Commonwealth Games gold medals. So he's someone who has a good tenure in the sport. He has, of course, accomplished plenty. So Sharath Kamal beating him was a big deal, and he did so in the best way possible, because this was an epic match. I mean, normally you know for a fact that table tennis best of 7. This one ended up stretching to 6 games, and it started off well for Sharath Kamal because he won the first 2 games. Game 1, 11-8. Game 2, 11-8. At that point, you're thinking, yeah, okay, it's definitely going to be an easy win for him, right? Not quite the case. Drinkhall strikes back in the third game, takes it 11-8. But Sharath Kamal, knowing full well that he couldn't let this possibly go on that much longer either, takes game 4 11-7. At this point, he's got 3 games. He just needs one more to seal it. But the 5th game ended up being a pretty hard-fought affair, and Sharath Kamal ended up on the losing side of it, 11-9, very close in terms of margins. But worry not, in game 6, he finished off the match. He took the game 11-8. So without that, it was easy job for him in that regard. In the end, he's made it. The good thing was he didn't take it to a decider, because of course the longer it went, it's hard not to feel that he might actually have impacted his performances in other events, because again he is also going to be part of the mixed doubles final alongside Shrija Akula. So there is that also to keep an eye out on. If you're a fan of table tennis and a fan of Sharath Kamal, you'd want him to be preserving himself as much as possible, while of course going for gold in all the events that he's part of, because you just want to see the guy do well. He's been such a legend of the sport in India. I mean, if you talk about table tennis in India, Sharath Kamal has been synonymous with the sport for a long time, and you can't help but feel that he's someone who actually deserves all those accolades. And the fact is, he's still operating at a very high level. So I found I'm very excited to see how it is that he's going to do in that final. I'll be keeping an eye out, but of course there's still so much more to go today, so don't forget to, along with all of us, keep an eye out for the action that's happening in other sports too. So we'll of course be joining you to break all of that down. I'm taking your leave for now, but thank you all so much for joining us. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, tap the bell icon, and of course follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well. Last but not least, don't forget to download the SportsTech app for more such breaking news updates. Thank you all for joining us, and bye-bye for now.